State of Golf podcast. Hi, I'm your host, John, and today I'm excited to be joined by Chris Baker. Chris Baker is with the Colonial Life Charity Classic, and me and Chris, he doesn't know this yet, we actually got something in common. So I'm going to tease that up. Chris, how you doing today?
Hey, John, doing well. Thank you for having me, and looking forward to our chat.
Well, me too. Well, the thing that we actually got in common in golf, and this, you may be the only person I could say I've got, and this may be the only thing we can say we've got anything in common with you when it comes to golf, is I was actually a tournament director with the Spring Valley Education Foundation golf tournament at Wood Creek Farms back in 2003 or 4 or something like that, way back in the day.
Well, that's I love that. I mean, hey, we're looking for more help, John. Maybe you might have just volunteered yourself. So we're excited what's coming with the Colonial Life Charity Classic to Wood Creek and what we're bringing to the city in Columbia and the Midlands area. It's gonna be awesome, and people like you that are helping spread the word. We can't thank you enough. So thanks a lot, John.
Well, Chris, thank you for bringing an event like this and being a part of it here in the city of Columbia. I think the city of Columbia is a great golf community, and I know it's a great golf state. I'm certainly very biased. Before we touch a little bit on the Colonial Life Charity Classic, let's talk a little bit about your playing career. I looked on your Instagram account. You consider yourself a former PGA Tour player and Korn Ferry Tour player. Talk about a little bit about your career in playing golf.
Yeah. So my background is I've played for the last 16 years professionally, and I've had a great career. I would say that I made it to the PGA Tour. I made it to the peak of professional golf. I obviously, as a professional athlete, and athletes in general, I think we always want more and want more from ourselves, and we push ourselves, and that's why we made it to the top. But looking back, I had a great run. I played 16 years. Played 2 years on the PGA Tour, made some incredible relationships, and it was something that I would never change for the world. Graduated college at Iowa State, played 4 years of college there, and now I'm using that degree of education, marketing, and management, and running a golf tournament here, the tournament director with for the Colonial Life Charity Classic, and I've been blessed to be thrown in this position and learning a lot, growing a lot. And I work for a company called Eventive Sports now, based in Birmingham, and they're a sports promotion company group that have taught me a ton. I'm learning every single day, but we are super, super excited for what's ahead here. But yeah, my golf career, I mean, it's been an awesome run. It's not over yet. I'm still dangerous. I can still keep a good handicap, I think. So.
Well, I think you're being awfully modest when it comes to your playing career. I mean, I remember, I think the first time that I met you through a mutual friend, Jeff DiBattista, when I saw you, play at the Palmetto Championship at Congaree. And first of all, tell me, what did you think about that particular course?
Congaree, I think it was a very, very cool place. I mean, for an event they threw up, I don't even know, 6 months time. I don't know how quickly they threw that thing together, but great facility, incredible spot. No one even knows about it, right? It's kind of tucked away, and it's a true gem. I mean, it really is one of South Carolina's finest golf courses. And they were super hospitable to the tournament, to the PGA Tour. And that was a really, really good event, and something that, looking back, that was, on the 2 years of the PGA Tour that I spent, and memories that I'll, keep with me forever. So.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at it. You finished, I believe, I want to say it was 60th or right around there, and finished above some high level golfers. I mean, finished above Brooks Koepka, JJ Spahn. I mean, DJ Tran. I mean, it just looks like, I mean, that's high level golf. When you could say that you beat those
Yeah.
people over the course of 4 days. Although looking back at as a competitor, do you remember that event, that particular event, with fond memories, or do you go into an event like, I could have done better?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I played well. I made the cut, right? Unfortunately, my MO of my career was I did some great stuff, but I finished towards the back of making the cut often. I've had several people, nickname me Chris Baker, the heartbreak maker, and, like heart attack bringer or whatever. I mean, I made so many cuts on the number throughout my career, but I was also at the top of the leaderboards multiple occasions too. But yeah, I mean, I could have done better, could have done worse. At the same time, it was an awesome week. I mean, that was post, I think, right after COVID, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Well, it's kind
So
of like towards the end of it. Yeah.
I think we were just happy to be on the golf course at that point.
I mean, it was my first time there at Congaree, didn't know anything about the golf course, and I thought it was really amazing too. Now, I was looking through your different career, your starts that you had on the PGA Tour, and I guess I saw that I think it was probably your second, maybe third best finish was at the 2021 US Open
Yeah.
in Torrey Pines. Is it am I reading that correct?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. You're probably not too far off second, third best finish. I don't know. I think I played, you probably have to pull it up, 35, 40 PGA Tour starts. And the US Open, obviously, very, very special week. Torrey Pines. If I said that wasn't my favorite golf course, that would probably be a stretch because it's Torrey Pines. I got some great memories there. US Open being one of them. Coolest shot of my career happened on the fourth hole at Torrey Pines. I don't know if you happened to see that one, but made a bunker shot from, I don't know, 205 yards on the fourth. So for Eagle, the third round. I think at that point I was probably top 10 at the US Open. So, hey, I finished 26, which is a great finish, but I was really, really close to doing something special.
Uh, to me,
And not the 26 is still special.
yeah, that's pretty doggone special. I mean, anybody can say that I mean, they're top 5 best finishes in a US Open. I mean, that's awesome. That's absolutely incredible. Well, let's get in a little bit about the Colonial Life Charity Classic that we've got coming up. Tell me, how did this come about to the city of Columbia and Wood Creek Farms getting the Corn Ferry Tour event?
Absolutely. So just connections through golf, right? Like me playing golf, I got an invite through a mutual friend out into the Bermuda Butterfield Championship, and the company I now work for, they actually put that event on in Bermuda. So I got to know the CEO of the company fairly well, and went to dinners, and we, built a relationship. And I guess the next year I got another invite back, and then you know, he's from Colombia. He's a Irmo native, I believe, Gene Hallman, and he reached out to me. He's like, "Do you think Colombia could put on a Corn Ferry Tour event?" I said, "Gene, I'm a player. I would love to help you out, but I think Colombia could do it. I don't know how, and I don't know what the next steps are." Well, he calls me back and says, "Hey, we got the Corn Ferry Tour committed through another friend. I was not involved by any means, but oh, there's my phone falling. Secured Colonial Life as our title sponsor, which is Colonial Life is, they're rock stars, right? They're one of the best, biggest companies here in Columbia and pillars of the community. So we're blessed to have them on board. And then it came down to, okay, where are we going to have the tournament? And the people that were involved with putting all this together, one was a member, and then one of the guys at Colonial Life happened to be a member as well. So it just worked out that all the pieces came together, and they reached out to me, I guess, probably Marchish, and said, "Hey, would you want to be the tournament director?" And I said, "I'm honored. Thank you for, thinking of me. And I'm still trying to play golf. Like, that's my job, is to play golf." And I don't know, my last couple of years professionally, I hadn't been trending in the right direction. And there's a lot of things that are changing with the PGA Tour, and it's just getting younger and more difficult, and the competition's more. I mean, it's very, very high. The level of competition's never been higher in the game. Um, so months went by. I said, I need some time to think about it, and my season didn't really take off. And I just said, hey, let's do it. It's time for a change. And just jumped in head first and learned a lot. Still learning every single day. But this has been this has been a great experience and a great way to at least segue my career and stay in golf and do something for the city of Columbia in the Midlands. It's been really cool to be a part of.
Well, what's been your biggest what have you learned the most, now kind of running the show, as they say, being a tournament
Mhm.
director. I know this is probably another question to ask you after the event, after you've gone through it. But what is one of the biggest things that you've learned that maybe you didn't quite understand from a business side of putting on a big time event like this?
Well, first, I'll say that, yes, I'm the tournament director, but I've got multitude of people above me that have been very, very helpful in providing guidance and even taking lead on a lot of things. But the one thing that I would say is that just the sheer amount of community involvement that's required to do something like this. I mean, the Corn Ferry Tour and the Colonial Life Charity Classic, right? They're bringing a lot of money to the table, but we need the community's participation as well. And what we're offering and what we're bringing here is an unbelievable way to just grow the community, get people out to the event, have a great time. You know, low, basically just high entertainment value, essentially. So, um, I would say just the overwhelming need for the community to support a golf tournament. That's something as a player that I just, as a player, you literally go to bed, wake up, work all day, practice, get ready to play for the tournament on Thursday, play Thursday, Friday, hopefully make the cut, play Saturday, Sunday, and then literally pack your bags, fly or drive to the next event on Monday. You really don't have the time to look at and see what's going on around you, but these are community events, and it's really cool to lay down roots here in Columbia and just see what the city is willing to step up and participate in.
Well, we'll wait and see, but I think Columbia will. I think they'll show out for this particular event. I think that Columbia is a really, I'm biased being from here, but I do think it is a sports town that loves sports, and you got a special event like this coming up. Talk to the fan that maybe have never been to a corn ferry tour event. What what are they going to expect? As opposed to another golf tournament? What are they to expect when they
Right.
come to these events?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, PGA Tour speaks for itself, right? I mean, people know a lot of those guys. I mean, Scotty Scheffler, he unfortunately will not be playing the Colonial Life Charity Classic. I can also tell you with 100% confidence, Chris Baker will not be playing the Colonial Life Charity Classic. Um, but what to expect, right? It's eight. Obviously, it's a golf tournament, so it's outdoors. We're setting up an awesome facility. I mean, Wood Creek's an incredible facility, but we're going to have, skyboxes, Champions Club. We're going to have a pro am, leading up to the tournament. But during the tournament week, you're going to see names that you recognize. I mean, I turned on the TV the other day, and Camilo Villegas, right? He recently won in Bermuda, but he's back on the Corn Ferry Tour. So that's when I speak to the level of competition. I mean, in our event in this May, there's going to be many PGA Tour recognized names. Cameron Champ, right? Cameron Champ. I saw his name on the leaderboard last event. So guys they're fighting for their lives to play on the PGA Tour, and the way to get to the PGA Tour is through the Corn Ferry Tour. So the field is going to be very, very strong. Name recognition will be high. But no, this is an event that is going to be a lot of fun. We're bringing more than just golf as well too. We're having concerts on site at Wood Creek, which is a great touch, and it's just gonna be a special week. I mean, we're here for 5 years. This is the first year, 5-year term. Hopefully, many more. I mean, Eventive has a long, success of events going 10 years and longer. So we're really excited.
Well, I see that, you're right now, I think you're still looking for volunteers. What kind of volunteers are you looking for, and how would someone, if they wanted to become a volunteer at the Colonial Life Charity Classic, get involved?
Absolutely. So on our website, coloniallifecc.com, that'll prompt you directly to the volunteer portal. And yes, we need volunteers. We have a great setup for the volunteers. I'd love to shout out Lizard Sticket. Incredible family, incredible restaurants. Love them. They're supplying all the food for the volunteers. So when you come and volunteer, Lizard Sticket will be taking care of you, and it's just great to see a pillar of the community like Lizard Sticket step up and do that. But yeah, we're going to need 350 plus volunteers. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean volunteering every single day, every single hour, but we'll need everything from a spotter on a hole to a walking scorer that actually walks with the group with a phone like device and tracks each player's shot. So very, very hands on, very, very up close and personal to the players, which is a very cool opportunity. I mean, that's something that you don't get that often. So uh, ample opportunities to volunteer, and just check out the website, and love to steer you towards what might interest you. But check us out online, and then I think my contact, or else Patrick saying our operations manager's contact, will be online. So we'll love to help you out.
Well, it looks amazing. I checked out the different, volunteer committees, and, you joke around, you weren't joking, you're being serious. Scotty Scheffler will not be in the event, but Scotty Scheffler at one point in time did play on a Corn Ferry Tour event.
Absolutely. So Scotty, I was in that event, 2019 Chicago. That was Scotty Scheffler's first win on the Corn Ferry Tour. Um, and that's the cool part about this tour is you don't know who's going to be the next Scotty Scheffler, for lack of better way of saying it. But the talent is incredibly, incredibly high, and the access on the Corn Ferry Tour is second to none. Right? Like you can be right next to the players. The players are much more open to talking and being interactive with the fans. The Corn Ferry Tour does a phenomenal job of, player housing and hosting and setting up stuff like that. So we'll have a opportunity to host a player, host a caddy. And the Corn Ferry it's a very unique tour in the fact that they are the next players on the PGA Tour. It's the next generation, but they're also a pretty tight knit group. I was out there for 16 years. I mean, everybody kind of rows the boat in the same direction, right? It's very, very much, it's a family. It really is. I mean, and I say that being I was an older guy out there when I decided to stop playing, but when I was younger, and everyone was my same age, we all hung out, right? So
Mhm. Well, as a player, you got me thinking, when you're a family, are you when you play, are you so competitive that you're focused on just what you do, or are you focused on what the other golfers are playing? And, when you're playing against someone, does it bother you when they hit a great shot, or are you so locked in on just what you do that you're not really trying to be worried about what the other guys out there do?
no, I mean, I think so. Great golf is contagious. I don't know if you've ever just playing with your friends and whatnot, and
No, I
if
haven't. That's not great golf for me, so no, but you go ahead. I know what you're
great golf is contagious, right? At the highest level, if you're playing in a group where guys are making birdies and low scores are happening, and it almost kind of rubs off, right? It makes you okay. They're doing this. Let's keep up, right? So I think that's the first thing is it's contagious, and then yeah, you do pay attention to what others are doing, but at the same time, like you're in your own little bubble and in your own little world, trying to um, play as good as you can and just shot by shot. And it's cliche and everybody says it, but the process, right? Like it's real, right? It is a real thing. And it's, you're going through what you do daily and just trying to, and the game of golf is so difficult. Like you mentioned, right? You said you don't play good golf, but the game of golf is so difficult. It's just very, very hard. As at the highest level, I'll make you feel better because it's equally frustrating at the highest level too, right? Like now we're trying to reach different levels, but golf is frustrating. So yes, we're very, very competitive, but we know we're all in the same boat, same tour together too. So it is a friendly environment, but at the same time everyone wants to win, which creates competitiveness.
Oh, no, I think that's great. And, the cool thing I know about the Colonial Life Charity Classic is you're helping raise money for a charity. You wanna talk a little bit about the charity that this particular event will be supporting?
Absolutely. So United Way of the Midlands is our charitable impact, and we're 100% of our proceeds will go directly to them. We're actually going to launch a program that's very, very cool called Tickets for Charity, and we're going to utilize the charities underneath United Way. So United Way they operate as an umbrella organization. Essentially, they certify different charities, and they have roughly 70 charities underneath them. So we'll work with those organizations and show them tickets for charity where they can sell tickets to the Colonial Life Charity Classic, and they'll take 100% of the proceeds of ticket sales to their charity. So not only are we 100% of proceeds going to United Way of the Midland, we're also working with the individual charities underneath United Way of the Midlands to through the Tickets for Charity program. So yes, it's a big initiative, and it's very very exciting to give back to the community United Way and just help out in a small way what we can offer. But um, it's going to be a big impact, and we are very very excited to have them as our partner charity.
Well, I see also on May 13th, right before the actual rounds begin, you have a pro-am going on as well. That
That's
seems
right.
like that seems like that would be something really cool. Talk a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So exciting enough, we just finalized some stuff with Capital Waste. So Capital Waste Services, they'll be the official pro am sponsor. So it's going to be the Capital Waste, or the official Wednesday pro am sponsored by Capital Waste. So we might have a little mini waste management open here. I don't know, but we're not open to the public. But that event is a very very special event, right? Get a foursome, play with one Corn Ferry Tour Pro on the front nine, and then switch to another Corn Ferry Tour Pro on the back nine. Super super relaxed environment. Get to know the pros, at a very very intimate level. Spend a lot of time. The pairings party is the night before. That's a huge, huge event kicking off the pro am and also tournament week for that matter. The pro am is just it's just the most unique offering of any professional sport as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you don't get to play on the basketball court right before LeBron James or with LeBron James for that matter, right? Like you just doesn't happen. And it's gonna be cool because Wednesday's the day prior to the event. Our grandstands will be set up. You'll be playing with the Corn Ferry Tour players. And then tournament kickoff is that next morning. So the golf course is going to be in as good a shape as it's going to be for the week, right? The greens will be running pretty quick. Um, they'll have it set up in pristine condition. So awesome opportunity and very exciting to show off what we're bringing there as well.
Well, as a player yourself, pro-ams I always think are fascinating. Is you're playing with a bunch of non non-professional golfers the day before or sometime the week of a big time event. Like I couldn't imagine you talk about LeBron James. I couldn't imagine, day before a finals game or a playoff game, you're going to play with Joe down the street and you're
Right.
just going to be relaxed and all that. How did you approach that as a player and still approach it? Like, is it something, does it relax you or is it aggravating or how do you look at that?
No, I mean, so it's an integral part of the tournament, right? The tournament doesn't happen without the pro am. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation. Um, so yes, I took that mindset a lot. Um, Basically made sure that the amateurs had a great time. They enjoyed their day, did as much as I could to offer help and just make it a great time. Um, as far as handling it wise, the 9 and 9 format that the Corn Ferry Tour implemented has been a great addition for both the amateurs and the pros. It gets 9 holes of fresh, you know, attention from the player, and then they also get to do that twice as an amateur. So that's great. And then as far as the amateurs playing, I mean, my line was if they weren't any good and they were complaining about golf, I was like, good, look at this. Here's the bright side. You're really, really, really good at your job. Like you don't practice golf, but you're really, really good at your actual real job. So that's good. And then at the end of the day, I've seen better and I've seen much worse. So have fun, enjoy it, and that's really all that matters.
Did you really have play with people that complained about their golf game? Really?
Well, I mean, sure. I mean, yeah, there's always, I mean, who doesn't complain about their golf game, right? Like at the top level. I mean, you saw Scotty. Scotty's the best player in the world, and he almost broke a club over a chip shot at the waist. I mean, he still complains. So we all complain. But no, that's a cool day. I'm glad you brought it up. It's going to be an awesome, awesome day.
Well, the thing that I want people to understand, like this is a whole of a week-long event. This isn't just a couple of days. I mean, with the pro-am and the other, the days of competition, It just looks like it's going to be something fantastic for the city of Columbia. And I know, in talking about hospitality, talk a little bit about the Champions Club that's going to be there. Because I think sometimes when people, if they haven't been to a PGA Tour event, they don't know what the high end luxury and social atmosphere is, could be at an event. But what was something your event bringing to play in the Champions Club?
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, skyboxes is it's the corporate skyboxes. We're having, eight of those corporate skyboxes behind the green on 18. That's going to be very, very cool just to see, right? I mean, as a player, we took it for granted as a player because it's just, oh, there's a structure. But then, like, when you're actually in it intimately, like going through the dotting the I's and crossing the T section of getting these structures made and outsourcing it and making it all happen, I can't wait to see it built. But the Champions Club, that's our all inclusive food and beverage location on the 18th green. So those tickets are, that's your way to just basically up your experience at the event. We'd love for, obviously, whoever comes, that's a great way to host or do whatever. But that's our offering that is over and above your general admission ticket. Um, so it's a very, very cool. It's a skybox, you know, right there on the green. I mean, it's as close as you can get. There's a big bunker on 18, which limits us getting on the green, but we're pretty close.
Yeah, I know about that, bunk.
Well, we were going to build over it because, honestly, John, it doesn't really come into play. I'm kidding. uh,
Maybe not for good golfers. For the ones that are not so good, it certainly does. Chris, I don't know if anything is keeping you up now getting ready for this event, but what is on the top of your mind as you're working to put this event together? I mean, I even know in my small level 30 foursome Spring Valley Education Foundation golf tournament I did back in 2003, there was things I was always thinking about. This event was, I know you got a big staff, and maybe it's not as big as you want, but what is keeping you up right now that you're thinking about as you get ready for this event?
oh my goodness. I mean, every day the schedule is just blocked off. I mean, tomorrow, for instance, like South Carolina beverages, like the laws and the regulations and just the things that no one knows until you have to actually dive in, right? Like that conversation, the transportation, the logistics, like where are we going to park? How are we getting them in? How are we going to do valet parking? Do we have enough space for valet parking? Where are the players going to eat? How's the catering going to work? How's the tent structures going to be built? I mean, it doesn't end. And I mean, it's exciting, don't get me wrong, and I'm learning, but there's a lot. I mean, you can literally get overwhelmed, and we really have to. And that's not even to mention, one of my main job is just promoting and selling this golf tournament, right? So there's operation buckets, and then there's the sales bucket, um, and those two right there. And then you got a budget. You got to work about the budget to make sure that we're making decisions that are scalable and feasible for, you know, our bottom line, right? Like our company is taking on a big, big risk by having this tournament, right? Like, it's obviously, having a Corn Ferry Tour event is a very, very awesome, awesome award. But at the same time, like, there's still, if it doesn't get done and executed properly, it could be a big mistake too. So there's a lot of moving pieces and parts, and it's a business. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, no, it looks like I can tell your enthusiasm with it, that you're looking forward to it and excited about it. Although I know you haven't even touched on weather yet. I know that's always one that, you got to, I hope you've got your plan ready for that and got.
Can you, that's a wood desk. I don't know. Knock on wood. It's not going to rain. I mean, we're 13 weeks out, John, and I never truly understood weather and why, like, event people get so like bent out of shape with weather. I get it. If it rains that week, it's gonna be a tough week. We're making all the plans and precautions, but at the end of the day, Mother Nature is Mother Nature, and we're hoping for the best and planning for the worst.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's only the thing. I think when I did our little golf tournament, I think it rained a little bit. Maybe we had some type of delay for 10, 15 minutes. I mean, now granted, it was something really small, but I get it. And as a high school athletic director, I'm
Oh,
always looking at the Weather Channel and what's going in there and hearing you talk about contingencies. Well, where do these people go if it starts, God forbid it starts actually lightning? Where do they need to feed? And that's a whole nother thing. There's a lot of
yeah.
challenges. I know you certainly like looking forward to it. Now, when will you start to know about who's in the field for this particular event? How do they decide that? I know it's probably s- very particular, but how do they go about choosing the field for these different events?
Oh man, I could get as granular as you'd like. I lived in that world for 16 years, but it's extremely, extremely confusing, the statuses and the different ways and eligibilities. But make it real quick and easy. We're the week after Myrtle Beach, and we are the same week as the PGA Championship. So, with that being said, the PGA Championship is going to draw the top players in the world. That leaves some guys that aren't in the PGA Championship open and available to come to our event if they want. Now, if you're somebody that's in the top 100 on the PGA Tour and you come to the Corn Ferry Tour event, then it's probably not the best idea just because, people look at it like, well, why are you taking away a spot? But at the same time, like the best Corn Ferry Tour guys will be here, right? It The Corn Ferry Tour is so competitive that yes, you need to be smart with your time and take weeks off and whatnot, but there's only 25 weeks and there's only 20 PGA Tour cards. So at the end of the day, yes, do what's right and take the time off as needed, but you also need to be competing because as a player, you just never know when your week is. It could be Colonial Life Charity Classic. So we'll have an amazing field. I mean, I stopped playing because of that, because the fields are so strong. So we'll have PJ Tour names that people recognize. We'll have the best of the best Corn Ferry Tour names. I mean, James Nicholas, he just won Bogota. James has been at it. James is a great story. Went to Yale, played golf and football at Yale, I believe. So that's the cool part. There's so many stories and so many guys that are chasing it, and the top 20 that get their card. I mean, you could win on the Corn Ferry Tour and still not get your PGA Tour card. That's how competitive it is.
That is amazing. All right. When it's Monday after the event's over with and you're going back and looking at it, what is going to be a successful event for you?
Oh, successful event for me is we did it, and the weather for sure. Obviously, fingers crossed. But success, I think success will be measured in community wise. I think just seeing the community and just and hearing and listening to the fans and just seeing the excitement that we can hopefully bring and provide. And then we have goals. I mean, with the Corn Ferry Tour, right? They recognize best first year events. I think we might have made that up and just put it on them, but we want to do that, right? And then it's a big shot. Probably won't happen in year one, but we want to be the best tournament on the Corn Ferry Tour, right? I mean, there's a lot of great golf tournaments on the Corn Ferry Tour, and played every single one of them for the most part. But we want to provide an awesome experience for the city of Columbia and the Midlands area. We want to do something that they're proud to say, "Hey, I can't wait for that next year." I think that's the goal, and I don't know how you measure that, but I think just seeing people and listening to people have a great week, which we will do. Um, that's the goal, just to get excitement in the community, and we're gonna blow this thing up and let everybody know that it's here, and hope they come out and see it.
Well, I think you're off to a great start already promoting the event. And Chris, I want to thank you for your time here today and being on the Southern State of Golf podcast. Where can people, again, maybe refresh where the website is or how people can connect with the Colonial Life Charity Classic and maybe find y'all on Instagram and be able to connect?
Absolutely. So coloniallifecc.com is our website. Colonial Life CC, I believe, on Instagram as well. And then if you want to find me, just look up my name and you'll find it. Um, but Colonial Life, man, we owe it all to Colonial Life. Without them, we're not here. So um, please give them a shout out and come check us out. It's going to be a great week. We're super super excited to have everyone, and yeah, can't wait, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Well, thank you so much. I'm going to end with one last question that you're going to, and we'll shut it down. If you had to pick a fantasy foursome to play,
Mm.
these are people that are fictional. We're not even going to say they got to, they can't be real life. Like I think I said, Dwight Schrute on The Office or Kramer from Jerry Seinfeld. I like to try to go a little bit different. Who are three other characters, either from movies, books, in your
Characters.
head, anything that you would want to play with?
Goodness, John, this is literally my least favorite question of all, because it's so hard to know who four people are. I think I actually on my your friend's podcast, I actually mentioned Indiana basketball had Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, and I think Peyton Manning, Indiana gang from my home state. But I think fictional characters. Goodness, I'm not a fictional person. Let's just live real life. Let's just go back. We're gonna get. Let's just go back in the glory days and put me in a foursome with Scotty right now, Tiger, and um, who is another number one, and just kind of just see. Obviously, let's get Jack. Might as well bring Jack in there and just see what it's like and listen to their stories. And I got nothing like what they're going to be able to bring to the table, but I would love to just hear their perspective on a lot of different things. I think that would be an awesome day.
Well, that no one would argue with that. Well, Chris, thank you again for your time. We certainly appreciate on the Southern State of Golf podcast. We're excited for the Colonial Life Charity Classic coming up here in May in Columbia, South Carolina.